Oh, actually, this is any percent new game plus. Ta-da! And you want to see something cool? Wait, no, I think I liked that better at the bottom, actually. Cool. Funky little guy time!
How can something as beautiful as this be dying?
Be dying.
Welcome to BIOMUTANT.
Welcome to BIOMUTANT. Okay, so for this, we're gonna need to start here. Alright, did I update did the stream stuff update? Are we in the right category? Please let me know. It says it did on my end, but... Is this a speed run where it's about how fast you can cuddle the misunderstood bosses? I wish, J.A. Give them a nice little scritch under their chin and everything. They're so cute. They're so cute. Alright, let's do this. So we want this, we want to load this one. Select a new save spot. YOLO. And then we go in on easy. And then it starts, I think, on first meaningful input.
There it is.
She's gonna be here. Why am I shooting? You know what? Let's not worry about it.
It's a place well hidden.
Let's not worry about it.
You're cut off from the world above. Out of date, he thinks it's important. Out of date. Think of if the world he hope out of date. He's the he's been. It was he the art he'll keep out of date. He says he out of date. He says he'll out of date. He explains.
All right, we're gonna go see Goop.
Out of date. He wishes.
Chat, raise your hand if you are the soaked one. Is that you? I must know.
Let's see.
Off we go! Are they saying they don't kiss in the end? Who doesn't kiss in the end? The bosses? Wait, who doesn't kiss in the end? I'm confused. The bosses? I mean, that isn't how the story is supposed to go. But I think we can make a mod for that, right? I think we can get a mod in here for that.
This is called suburbia. A place to get away from the city stink. Grab tight and don't let go.
Don't lose your way, you little goat. So for those who were here yesterday, Astrid popped in a voice call with me and started teaching me the run from Ghostblood. And when I say started, I mean she literally held my hand and told me what to do until I got a run. But I need to practice it and make it good, so that way I can make her happy and submit to the board. And I was practicing today offline before stream because, you know, like you do. And I got pretty far, but then I just flat out forgot what to do, so I need to make maps. I need to review the VOD from yesterday and make some maps. I really hope Fina comes in here and asks me to make the goat eat shit. It's probably my favorite part about speedrunning this game, is when she comes in here and is like, please make that goat eat shit. Because I don't gotta try. It happens inevitably at some point.
You could have missed this village. It's called Mamble Clump.
I also feel like every time I run this game, I take a slightly different route because I'm just sort of going and I'm not paying attention really to what... Like, I recognize this junkyard on the right. I recognized Suburbia. But there's so much of this game that I just don't recognize because I'm just walking through it so quickly that every run feels a little different to me. And I don't think my routing is stable yet. Like, not 100% stable. It's pretty close. There's gonna come a time where I'm gonna log into this game and I'm gonna remember exactly what to do and where to go, and I fear that day. I'm also excited for that day, but I fear it. I will truly be the funkiest little guy.
Says it's goop. He says that now he thinks.
What's the... Not as much as always. And you...
Can hardly thanks you, but hey, knows he can't. You should you're lucky that. Let's see.
What did that camera? I have so many questions about what the camera just did.
It's all about destiny. Yours,
apparently also
mine,
there's a glitch
the
with certain
world's.
weapons where if you mash the fire button, you get double fire rate. So I'm not sure that the bow is one that does this, but now I can pay attention.
pointy points in your enemies.
Boss is gonna show up. Where's the stairs? Because we don't need to deal with you. We can leave. You are the one we need to deal with.
Your key energy is too low. Zoing!
Zoing!
The day is here.
I didn't have to finish that fight because they were so busy fighting each other. Ooh, that
looks like the switches
is
need
good
to be
knowledge.
turned to map. Just a few moves left. Make
Hey, Erica. I tried to fix the thing that you pointed out in my Discord.
That's enough.
Right before I went live, but I did not get to see if you saw the thing actually. So this is my way of asking. Did it work?
This means he only knows.
Can you see what I tagged you in? Your favorite game. It was only $2, so we will have PT at home. PS5. It was like $2.30.
Welcome to the Surfipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy goo.
Not your world record. Bold of you to assume I want your world record. I just want to experience the game.
Hockbur, a prime village. This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least. Let's see. He's pretty sure he guesses, says, wonders if either, says life's sure, wants to respect.
You hope I enjoy it? I will.
Says he, but who cares? Says
because my expectations are in the dumpster.
There are other.
It's gonna be a great time, actually. You literally moderate the board for it. Nice. Let's go. You know, I went the wrong way completely. And now I have to pay for my hubris.
You're here for a reason. It's up to you to figure out what that is.
The moderator before you quit. There's a couple abandoned boards out there that I have ended up in charge of.
It's just lonely. Back to your own.
And there's a couple boards that are like, I don't know if I want this one, but it's still abandoned. I know, if you want that record, you gotta make sure it gets verified. That's how I ended up in charge of the Muse dashboard. Kings of Lorne? Never heard of it.
An arrow to the knee.
An arrow to the knee! We got the Skyrim reference! Chat, we got it.
Use a
Dark
machine gun
novel,
when shooting in the
dark medieval
It's a
fantasy
game of
FPS.
life. Yours and everyone else's.
That sure is a combination of things. I hope you have all the fun with it.
Perfect for slicing and dicing.
Slice and dice!
You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's... Time to ride. Maybe do that again later.
You can hardly wait until I enter the evil inside. I have heard a lot about this game, and very little of it has been good, and so I have high expectations of the garbage to experience inside the
That's
evil.
enough. Goops it. After that, he seems happy, says Yules.
It is one of the video... You know, I am on a quest. I don't know if it was obvious to y'all, but I am on a quest to find the game of all time. It started... perhaps with this game. Ghostblood was part of this process. Smeagol was part of the process. I am determined to find the game of all time. And with your help, chat, I think we can get there.
Shield your eyes if the daylight hurts you.
You were desperate for a PT experience. Have you played Unreal PT? It's not really a streamable game just because it demands... contrary to what you would expect from a game of that quality, it demands really high specs. And so when I tried to stream it, like, I had a hard time. But playing it, it's perfectly playable on its own. And it's basically a very faithful fan recreation of PT in Unreal Engine. It's very faithful. The only thing that's missing is the Norman Reedus cutscene at the end, and images to go on the exterior of the windows when you look outside of them. I'll find the thing for it. It's on itch.io, I think. If you look for Unreal PT, it'll pop up. And like in the download file is a guide on how to beat it. It's like, do you want to finish PT? Here's how you finish PT. You gotta do this, this. Right? The game isn't broken, you just need to learn how to finish it. Here's how to do that. Which honestly is the instructions of all time. All right, she's got the zoomies. She's gonna be cute. Look at her go! Porky Puff is so cute. I fucking love Porky Puff.
Unleash the quacks. Ain't that cute? But too big playing with quacks.
Okay, I've got to deal with its backside now, I think.
Can you feel it? It's the brisk wind of change.
There are new
Don't let
PTs
this
on a few
opportunity
PTs on
slide.
Itch.io. Damn. That I guess makes sense. It's one of the most popular horror things to rip off. Come on. Let's go! Let's go!
Got word you can't imagine. Funny that he's proud of you. Wonders if
So, what we... What? If you... But you...
feels Goop knows he's says you'll. What do you think of this place? Out of date, he says he. Out of date, he says he. Out of date, he explains. Out of date, didn't have much.
Okay, so we go here. Immediately hop on a boat. Let me spawn my boat, please. Not the goat, the boat!
Blast off.
Bye, goat.
Get off and slow down a bit.
Okay, so my theory was right. We can manipulate the camera to getting the goat to spawn in better ways. So if I turn the camera
That's a
away
myriad
from the
tribe
direction I
outpost.
want to go, that's where the goat will spawn.
It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. This corner of the world is called Bricktown. You're in charge of that mount. Act like it.
What is that supposed to mean, narrator? Is my goat about to rebel or something?
You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. It's the Chug Yard. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Bites the dust. Like firing tiny spears. The best stories are about heroes. This is such a story.
The best stories are about heroes like Gollum. Gollum Gaming.
Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. Let's see. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. I need to... Oh, Gizmo... But it carry... He you still... He says Gizmo...
Wait, no. I've got all... Oh, do you... I don't have...
Hard to believe, grateful... But that Gizmo, he can't... You should... There are more... There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half... Just stay on the rope. Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. You need...
Don't flinch away from this. This is a meaningful dialogue. And I'm gonna
Now
skip
it's
it
just
all.
off track. He says that he made it. He's been working the best way. Unfortunately, he noticed.
Mekton time!
The grease monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. Put that thing behind you.
You got
Right over
PT
there
emulation?
is
Nice,
the cliffside
Erica.
that Moog hangs
I
onto.
love that for
Just
you.
be glad there's a rope. This one's says a month. Moog says choosing what you might have. It's hard to make. Claims he says it's wonders. Says
Testing
you
it out
he's
now?
fair
Nice.
enough.
Let
He
me know
says
how that
he's
goes.
not right. Thinks Moog's fortunate. There's no. Says it's. Let's see.
You love how rickety it looks and sounds? Yeah, it is proper fucked up.
Move it before you get your ticket punched. Wait, it's the script. Hold up. The place is just filled with critters. Take matters back into your own hands.
Explain this game to you like you're a 5-year-old. Hi, Soulmass. Biomutant is a game about the post-apocalypse where you play as a funky little guy that's just trying to get by.
Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
So I'm a furry, yes. Yes. Everyone is a furry because
Good.
Toxinol spilled oil in the earth. That's all you need to know about why. Death Stranding, but furries.
Hold on to it. Fan that smoke wagon.
If you want a more nuanced explanation, the one I can give you is Death Stranding meets Dark Souls,
time to create
but
your own
furries
path.
with Fortnite UI and narration that is reminiscent of the Stanley
For
Parable.
the faint chopper.
what if the general premise of Death Stranding, but the combat and leveling system of Dark Souls, the UI of Fortnite, furries, and whimsy. The mech stuff looked as jank as the Surge. Yeah, so there's a couple different mechs in this game. They're not as jank as they seem in the speedrun. They're mostly seeming pretty jank right now because I'm bunny hopping it. Its animations are not bad. And the combat with the mech is also not bad. We will see that very soon. Because I'm about to have to do a mech battle against this Jumbo Puff. There's also a submarine mech. There is a big finger. The big finger is my favorite. I love the big finger. Then there is also a robot horse. The like techno future of this game is actually pretty interesting and cool. It's just the everything else of this game that's bad. And the main issue that I'm noticing with this game is that it feels the way the reality is for this game. It feels and it plays like there were a bunch of different teams that all stayed in their own lane and did their thing and made something cool and unique and maybe even a little special. But it was not assembled in a way that's cohesive. Am I going this way? You know what? Fuck it. I'm leaning into it. I'm going this way. Oh god! This was I'm going through a combat zone. The Pijami is here. You can play it? Let's go! Erica, I'm so happy for you that you get to experience PT.
Nice. The scenario has seen better days, but now those days are gone.
Besties? Free me from the cell. Free me? Free me. Get off of me!
Looks like wholesome. A tidy little cave.
I deviated from my normal route and now I'm a little bit lost. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, the arena's way over there. I feel like I usually do a lot more of this trek on the goat, and now I have completely lost all of my time save because now I have to go around on this slow-ass mech.
You sit down too long, you might not get up.
Alright, this is something familiar. I don't know where I made the wrong turn, but we've made it. We're here. We're at Jumbo Puff Arena. No, I fell in the hole. I fell in the hole.
That's a jumbo puff with an appetite. Ain't no fuss. Better put an end to it before it ends our world.
Yeah, this one's really cute. Its face is a little, you know. I don't know if I like the face on it, but aside from that, you know, he's just a little guy.
Uh-oh. The jumbo puff is kicking it up a notch. It's time for an electric performance.
Yeah, a little big guy with a little big appetite.
Feeling about this. Start like a
All right, time for
you'll
4.
end up with a ride down the intestinal canal. That's too close to the end station. Better move up and away, or be swept out the bowel way. Wow, what a super-sized wormwhip. But who would have guessed it?
And that's
You see,
Jumbo
it's
Puff.
what's on the inside that counts. That meaty Taurus is already offbeat. End it.
Ooh. Let's undo that one.
He's helped out of debt. He just Gizmo is. He knows you're. It's not that he.
So, what we have... What? If you... But you...
He's been thinking Gizmo will has plenty.
Okay, so if I had had cleaner mech traversal, that would have been even more time save on Jumbo Puff. That probably would have been like 3 minutes of time save on Jumbo Puff.
Are you ready for the night yet? Out of date Looper, even though he'll point Looper out of date hopes he knows he. You should. He's happy. Seems.
Now, Soulmass, you also asked for the explanation of this game. Would you like the longer explanation of this game? Because while we're fighting Loopa Loopin', I'd be happy to break it down for you. It's just... it's goofy. It's incredibly goofy. So many different vibes mashed together. You weren't kidding. This game is incoherent and odd. It is. And at the first time I played it, it was really jarring. But by the time I finished my first run of the game, it had grown on me to like, this is a baffling experience. I would not say it's a fun game as a casual experience. But if you're ignoring the bulk of it and you're just sort of running around doing funky little guy things, it's kind of fun. Alright, so the long and short of this game, at some point in the way back before, there was a company called Toxinol, which dumped all their toxic sludge into the goo and made it goo. But there's worse goo because of the toxinol in the goo. That made us what we are, but it's also been slowly poisoning the Tree of Life, which our character is tasked with saving. The point of destroying all the World Eaters is because they are literally eating the dying Tree of Life, and by doing that, we hopefully buy the world more time. But the damage done by the toxinol leak, it cannot be undone, and no amount of, like, saving the Earth from the immediate threat of the World Eaters is guaranteed to undo that damage and actually save life. So, the actual story of Biomutant is along your journey of disrupting the World Eaters for the people here, you have to assemble a crew of people that can fix the Millennium Falcon, which is that, they don't call it that, they call it the Ark, right? They call it the Ark in true, like, fucking post-apocalyptic storytelling way. They're like, this is the Ark of Salvation, but we have to fix the Ark with the people that we gather along the way from defeating World Eaters, and then at the end of the game, we all go to space together. With no clear destination or goal in mind. We simply enter hyperspeed, and we go into space. And depending on whether or not we ally with people who are good or people who are evil in the tribe war that they force us to engage in, because we can't simply end the world or save it, we have to also engage in worldwide politics with all the different tribes of our people. And depending on who we ally with and who we destroy, the world will either be saved or killed along the way. Because if we ally with the good tribes, defeating the World Eaters means they get more time and they can survive longer. But we're still going to take their Sifu with us. And then if we ally with bad tribes, what happens is nobody saves the world. We just kind of give up. And the people who leave, and everyone else gets to live here in toxic fucking sludge. And that's Biomutant. Also, we're fighting this guy because our Muma killed his Muma because he's a carnivore and we're herbivores, and his Muma was eating our people. And so our Muma invented Kung Fu to kill him, to kill his Muma because she was a predator, and because my Muma killed his Muma, he killed and ate my Muma for revenge. And so now we're revenging the revenge that he was entitled to because of the natural order of things. Welcome to Biomutant. The storyline with that guy has nothing to do with the main storyline. Yeah, Wung Fu.
Out of date. He says he'll. Out of date. He says he'll. Out of date. EX.
And along the way, there are, I think, 12 distinct side characters with, like, missions.
Out of date.
You only really have to interact with 4 of them. If you interact with all 12, you do not get to choose who goes on the arc with you, unless you specifically exclude people who have helped you. If you invite more than 4 people onto the arc with you, RNG determines which ones actually show up. It is a whole thing. Garamond the First Hunter, kind of. Kind of, yeah. Out of Date is very much in that oeuvre motif. The combat is, I think, the thing that saves this game. It's very pretty, it's fun to run around, but at the end of the day, on a New Game Plus, the combat is pretty fun. Like, when you have your skills and you have your kit and you know what to do and how to kick people's ass, this is a fun speedrun. once you get into the groove of it and you understand what it wants from you and what the game needs for you to actually be successful at it,
this area
it's
is
decent.
biocontaminated. It's really hazardous.
I'm on the wrong side of this biohazard lake, though, so this is another routing thing that may or may not pay off, because I don't usually take this side of the lake. That might actually pay off, because I didn't get stopped by the boss of that area, like I normally do, by going on the other side. Inch resting. Goat, please just let me have this. Thank you. I will also say Smeagol Game was a hodgepodge of things I did not expect. Like, Smeagol Game was the gameplay of Uncharted and Tomb Raider, right? The platforming of those games. Mixed with the stealth of Metal Gear and Last of Us. With the linear progression of, like, Resident Evil 4. But without the interesting detours and side quests of Resident Evil 4.
A crossway.
And like,
this means you have a choice to make. Which way?
I'm still wrapping my mind around it. The Crash Bandicoot-ass chase sequences, the like, it felt in every way like a PS1, PS2 game.
Fresh day.
It controlled like a remastered PS2 game. And I say that lovingly as somebody that endured Crash Bandicoot reboot.
You can't find a harder place in the world. Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first. Let's see. Nooks, Noko, but that seems Noko, she says Noko's, then you.
Light! Oh, my. Oh, the light!
Asks how you can't do so, likes, but she had the major, you should, it's the most.
Alright, we gotta go get Darth Chinian. Nako's side quests are all like, go get this thing. Okay, now go get this thing. Okay, now go get this thing. Which I personally find less frustrating than some of the like tribe war quests where it's like, poison these civilians so that way they submit to us.
You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Even with the world ending, there are fresh days ahead. Now that she says it's easy.
It's the way that the goat just sort of stood there in the way for me.
Want to get your arms
Nope,
swole?
I'm on the wrong floor
Grab
again.
those guns flexors and get
I'm on the wrong
pumping
floor
that
again.
iron.
Need this one. Nailed it.
Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser.
Narrator has such a reminiscent voice, but he doesn't have anything noteworthy. What do you mean? He did this
What you see is
game.
what you get. Once it's out, that's not opening on
The
its
narrator of BioMutant.
You flick the switches in order to greenlight the current and activate the
But
electrons in
for the
panels.
longest time, I thought this was the guy from Stanley Parable. I thought it was the same guy.
Good.
It's
The
not.
loop is electrified enough to spark.
I thought it was, though.
Beautiful here. With its the only if she remembers correct, it's a
Nothing of note other than this game? True, that is fair. Once we're done with this run, I'm gonna sit down after the final boss. I'm gonna reload back in, and I'm gonna spend all my levels and save over the file, so that way we have whatever level funky guy this is. Right? He's gonna be like level 30, 40 maybe? 40 something. It's been a couple runs since I've leveled up. And if you're wondering, why hasn't Big leveled up? It's because the enemies level up with me. Oh, he ate shit! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And so, if I want an easy ride, I need to actually have a lower level, I think. Baby's first pink tuber, so proud of you, Soulmass. That's a big step.
The Smilo Shopperia. Guess shopping here put a smile on your face. Got a good grip on that beastie? Excellent.
Excellent.
You need to line up the switches so they match.
It needs to add a card game that lets you get OP.
Good.
It has a
Enough
crafting system, Erica. Is that good enough for you? It has crafting.
Boxes like this a few. Now hold on, sit tight. Isn't that the Mechamajut over there? You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the Mechamajut.
But it needs knockoff Yu-Gi-Oh! But we could
That's
just
it.
play Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is right there. Give it triple triad instead of a game that makes sense. Damn, shots fired at Triple Triad, the best card game ever invented in any
now
game.
That the Majut knockers she's caught, you'll find me there.
I jest, but it has been a very long time since I played Final Fantasy VIII, and I'd probably get my shit wrecked in Triple Triad.
We all, with the world getting figures, you found hopes you, no matter wonders if figures so whatever says he claims he says he.
I have a
yes,
copy of the
yes, he
remaster.
said
I never
leaves
finished
Nito.
it.
He reckoned finding glows.
Just because I got distracted. I think I need to go this way still. This is the mistake I usually make where I don't follow the road here. Tetramaster? I've never played that. I feel like I should be afraid of that statement, but I'm not. And that
They used to call
That
this a
fills me
thoroughfare.
with fear.
Look at all those old homes. That place there's a real fixer-upper, not an entirely lost cause.
I just went around the opposite side of the mountain. I usually come up that way. What? Okay, let's see if this is faster.
Everything is at stake.
There's also like a really large part of this game that feels like, what if Zelda, but like furries instead of elves? Right? Do you see what I mean when I say that? What if Zelda,
That's
but
sure
like
to be
furries?
That's enough. She wants
All right, time for hoof.
the hoof she meets. So, based on it reminds.
Right, the shoe puff.
Treat it fair time and the mount will return the favor.
know there are ways to have cooler mounts. Before Winter said that they had one of the, like, goth-looking ones with the weird fucking face. I want one of those. But, like, it's not a story objective. Alright, Hoof Puff. It's a little baby. Who wants to pet the Hoof Puff? Look at this baby. He's adorable, I know. Such a cutie. Alright, phase 2. You want the Last Guardian, but Hoof Puff being a silly sidekick? I would love that. Can you launch glitter moths, please? buff is actually kind of fucking me up today. I don't usually get this many actual damage points off. Like, in terms of like being hurt. I don't have to heal this much against this guy usually. Yeah, who gave him the lemonade? He ain't feeling good. He's got a stomach that's hurty. Nice. That's Hoof Puff. All right, from here, we invite Nako, and then we go straight to the tribe war. We do not need to check in with out of date.
Thinks that with the world loves that any idea.
So, what if you... But you...
Feels deep. Noko knows will be our.
All right, so from here, fastest camp to get to for this quest, I believe, is this one. So we're gonna go here.
Give your mount a pat and pick a path.
Game can't top Hoof Puff. How's there another hour, 45 minutes left? 30 minutes of Tribe War, and then the Merc Puff, and then a 6-round fight against Lupa Lupin that the first time I played it took me 45 minutes. That's how.
The Ankati fortress. Breathe slowly. It says there the seafood.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey,
MJ
Morgan.
Pastelis says hi.
Good to see you. How you doing today? Yeah, 6 rounds.
The Ankati tribe believe that solidarity is what is needed to keep the world in balance. They're steadfast in their conviction.
It's all right. They're gonna talk for a minute. Everybody stretch, hydrate. This is your moment to take a little break.
The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and helping the Tree of Life is the only way you can survive.
Listen, this is dog shit, Morgan, but it's
Sifu
better
says
than
it's
Smeagol
time to
Game.
set the past. He now understands
better
that
than
you've
Smeagol
decided
Game.
The Sifu, well, the cruel. Their kin. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never
I don't see
happen.
myself running Kong
You both
because
have
the
jet-
people
tells
that I
you
know who
once you-
run Kong report that it like breaks their hands. Am I aware that good games exist? Good games cost money that I don't have, Morgan.
Go make the most of the day.
I do want some good games, like Biomutant. This is the game of all time. This is the game ever.
Old brick-bracks like that.
You mean you don't-
Sometimes still full of good
You
things.
don't like this? Yeah, if you want me to play a good game, pay me to play a good game. Or gift me a good game. But be warned, my definition of good is not the same as everyone's. And if you gift me a copy of Disco Elysium, I will not accept it because I will fall asleep playing that game. Like I do every time I watch other people play that game. And if you're wondering, but Big Scared, it's on your wish list. Why would you say don't buy me this game that's on your wish list? It's on there to shut someone up.
That's a good sign. Small's Mart is a favorite thingamajig broker.
It's on there to shut someone up because they want me to play it, and I maintain that if, you know, you want me to play that game, you should just buy it for me. And they haven't, which says everything. Listen, Morgan, paying for your life to live and, like, your needs to be met is the most important thing. Because that means you get to come back and hang out. Right?
You've discovered Fanaki leaves, the densest jungle in the land. Better get hacking. The land teems with life.
But I think the point that I was not so subtly trying to convey is, you know, let me play my goofy little fun guy game. I'm just playing my funky little guy game, being a funky little guy, living my best life, trying to get the best time. Y'all out here hating just 'cause I'm hating. Damn. Maybe I should just change my tagline to bad games with good company.
You found the Moly Hole outpost, an old Pichu tribe hole in the wall.
Yeah, imagine people telling you to play Disco without buying you the copy of Disco to play. Astonishing.
Says they've been just keep the scouts. Says that.
No, that wasn't even a condemnation of being judgmental. That was me recognizing that I'm the type of person that thinks The Room is a good movie. Serious? You want to fight me? Y'all never want to fight me. Go fight each other. Fuck off. Can I? Thank you.
And ruin that film.
You'd buy me a copy of Disco, but you're so distracted by this funky little guy that you can't handle it. Scratch, I love you. But, like I just said, if you buy me a copy of Disco, I will absolutely fall asleep while playing it. That narrator's voice is so soothing, and the gameplay is so low-key. Boring isn't the right word for it. It's just such a fucking chill game that I can't. You want me to stay awake for Disco Elysium? No, these are my nappy stories. Put this on before bed kind of shit. It was such a struggle when Clowns played it because I fall asleep to his stream anyway. It's so cozy. And then like he played Disco on top of that, and so it was like cozy on top of cozy with a side of cozy, and
Just a few moves left.
I was struggling. Biomutant world record holder, big scared is more exciting. Listen,
You never know how long anything's
default
been
world
buried
record only
underground.
means so much.
Wrecking fest.
But I appreciate it.
Try again when you have some energy.
You play visual novels for nappy stories?
Put one through a heart. Concussion. Just what you were looking for. Heads up.
If you ever get $1 billion, you're gonna make belts for all the speed runs? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Got it.
And then me and
Nothing
Renzi can
but
fight over the one
greasy
for Silent Hill
goo
2
in their
HD.
pipes now. Looks like the outpost belongs to. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your
The
Sifu
walking sim?
thanks you.
Hell
Your
yeah.
tribe is growing
Get
stronger.
Erica a belt for Evil Inside.
Says you did a great job. Figures. Don't push yourself too hard around here. It can be rough.
Yeah, this one is next. Where is my Majut? Where is my Majut? You know what? It's fine. That man just fell out of the sky. A championship belt for the chant would be cool, but also it would have to be called the championship belt, and that feels a little too on the nose. I wouldn't be able to do it then, you know?
The underfoot outpost, right where the Pichu tribe dug it up. There's the he didn't expect. There's no way he'll surrender. He can recognize the outpost.
The life of biomutant speedrunning, going fast while being just a little guy. You're right, Kasaki.
He says
See,
you
Kasaki
made them
gets
weaker,
it.
but they won't give up.
Kasaki understands the appeal
Your
of the funky
Sifu
little
thanks
guy.
you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
How you doing tonight, gamer? It's good to see you.
Might keep you from taking one to the knee.
You already made that arrow joke, narrator.
He says you did a great believes.
It makes me think of Fortnite Soul Mass. And that's entirely the menu. When the run is done and I go into level up, I will show you what I mean by Fortnite UI.
It's never perfectly safe anywhere.
Hello? Did you spawn? NFS? What's that? Need for Speed? I haven't played a Need for Speed since the first one, so you're probably right. I'm just not super familiar with racing games as like a genre, and so the things that stand out as staples for them don't really catch my attention, if that makes sense. So there's probably quite a few things in here that are like racing game staples that I just didn't notice. Don't you drown. Don't do it. Okay, thank you. You didn't drown. I'm proud of you. No! Mirage, leave me alone. I don't care. I'm not talking to you.
That's a nasty moto mess there. Maybe too gross for anyone else to plunder it.
Look at this little guy. Hi, Winter. Welcome back. Good to see ya.
Stay on top and you'll be fine. It's the Benearth outpost, right where the Peep says it's time to freedom.
First day as a lifeguard, don't you drown?
Defense.
True. True. That is exactly my approach to lifeguarding. Thank you for noticing.
Careful of that pew-pew, Machina. Got to hit it harder than that. Better to bring it down. No
Arcade
bullets
racers
from
in
that.
particular, like Forza? Interesting. I've never played Forza, but I hear it's got really good UI. Didn't Forza just
It's
win
time to
like
find
the
a way out of
accessibility
this
award
place.
at the Game
No,
Awards?
really,
Or am I thinking of a different game? Drowning is for losers with uncool parents. Winter, how could you say something so bold, controversial, and brave in my chat?
Keep going.
I
Heads
know,
up
the
for that
UI's in Simlish. How could you
Stay
understand
away
what it
till
was
you take
saying?
that thing out. It's safe to get near now.
It also kind of reminds me of like Beautiful Joe, if that makes sense, with all the comic book and like especially the melee combat with the claw fist here. Sock slam, biff, taco. Yeah, you're so right. That is exactly what the narrator sounds like.
Here's this.
Space bite. Guacamole.
Just jump on that candle and get it lit.
Hi-Fi Rush 2. Yeah, I haven't played that one though.
Rocket.
Listen, Winter, you don't need to do the devs' jobs for them. Your job is to sit here and be cute. Which, you know, you're halfway there.
The outpost.
You're already cute. You don't need to do anything but sit there, gamer.
He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your
It's a slam,
Sifu
but it's hitting
thanks you.
true.
Your tribe is growing
And it's gonna
stronger.
welcome you to the jam.
Thinks you did a great. They all.
Obfuscated confusion? Now you're just talking like an Elcor. I see. I see what you're doing.
Keep your eyes
Reluctant
peeled for
acknowledgement. I understand what you're doing. You're gonna come on and slam because you want to come jam? Hell yeah.
Could be a monster
Welcome to the
napping
jam
here
indeed.
at any time of day.
Slam the clam? Space Jam? I'll slam my clam, alright.
A brick-brack that's still standing. Now, that's a find.
Somehow I didn't land in the water. Let's go. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. I wanted to jump, but I guess we're swimming. Okay, we did it. We made it. This is gonna be rough.
This is turning out to be quite an expedition.
No! I took an L. Where's it gonna warp me out? Fluff Hulk nest, okay. That's not too
Don't
bad.
trip it, just keep moving.
No, run is not ribbed. There's no deathless clause that I know of. It's just unforge, you know? Unforge that we had to learn like this. That all I needed to do was go up the hill.
A balancing act. This rope seems solid.
Oh my god, I'm making the same mistake I've been making. I made a wrong turn somewhere. Hold on. You'll right if this doesn't end up in a hotfix soon. Are you talking about Biomutant or something else? Well, you see, I didn't start running this until after the submission deadline for Frost. So this isn't gonna make any of the good marathon cycles for me.
Good ridey beast. No
Sounds like a
hurting.
legally cute stream. Except this game should be illegal. I'm pretty sure all of my time save just got eaten up by the death and getting lost. But that's okay.
They've been waiting for you. Better. They've managed figures up. Let's see.
Yeah, the bang ball. We gotta get the boom powder from the bang ball. What's so hard to understand?
This is all about you. Whether you succeed or fail, it's on you.
Oh, we gotta return to Sifu here. That's gonna be... Can I not? I can! Bang Ball didn't do well on adult websites. People kept falling off!
It's time to... You need to...
I'm deceased. I'm deceased. Because you know somewhere there is an adult toy manufacturer that thought about a product and tried to name it Bang Ball. You know there is. Or maybe it's just an energy drink or something, right? Like Bang Cola's Balls, right? It's a collab between Bang and Balls Energy. Bang Balls, yeah. The ultimate in energy.
The mega buck in that cage looks like hard work opens doors. Just get out of the mega... You'd think this place would be crawling with worms. Take it.
Smash that trash.
The wire claw looks like... But but you just need to aim straight, shoot and pull, and the gate will come down. The piece he didn't expect it would. He needs a logical reason. He recognized anybody. The rival see you off. He'll leave it, thinks it, and with side, he wants you to focus.
All right.
These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
We always go for Domp first.
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wong Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Your Sifu is pleased, but you can't. He says you know better. The fake.
We're gonna go back to Surfapelago. Wait, no, Surfapelago is here. Get their big juicy domper? I will. Thank you.
Crusty on your skin. Wouldn't want to be behind that. Enough of that? The Domp outpost, shined up by the Myriad tribe.
They shined up a Domp.
There's the Sov. He didn't expect. Not sure if you're likable. Says he. The outpost. He says you made them weaker.
But they won't give up.
Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did a great job. Says you did.
You're gonna catch the Pichu for Pichu Fortress? Scratch, I knew you were a huge BioMutant fan. I knew in my heart of hearts that you were here for the funkiest little guy time, not for any of the other bells and whistles.
Dismounted.
Yeah, the funky little guy singularity, truly.
Says they've been just keep. Says scouts figures. That's the moth nest. Just get to it and destroy it.
Excuse me, I just sneezed, if you're wondering what that was. No, this is the right way.
Nice work. No more moth's nest. There go the outpost built. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did. Don't be fiery. It probably won't bite.
Don't be fiery, chat. It probably won't bite. Probably. I did submit BIOMUTANT to attract mode for Lady Arcaders, just because I feel like there are a couple people in the community over there that would really enjoy doing commentary for this weird little game. And I thought that that would make for a really fun submission video for other things. If I could break Jay or Critique or Pacole, if I could break somebody's brain while doing a decent job on the speedrun for this game, I think that would be peak.
Time freedom. Here's the.
That guard just drowned, by the way, because I meleeed them into the water. And so 2 of them will die by drowning while I do this one.
That's a bomb lobber.
Come on. Oh, come on, bomb lobber. You really gonna...
That hit the spot. Wrecked it.
Breaking brains during speedruns is my whole brand. Good.
Give those twirly wheels a turn.
How do I feel about riding giant goats? You know, that is a question that I need to ask everyone
Yes, the river.
who is potentially interested in doing comps for this game. Do you enjoy riding a giant goat? If so, being a funky little guy might be for you. But only for like half the run, because giant goat gets replaced by mech horse and then the big chin. So unless you're ready for the big chin, I don't think you're ready for this game.
says they've been treated fair, but is grateful.
Blurse Cumble, if chains could mount. Again, how could you say something so bold
A sharp
and so
The
brave
scaffolding looks
and
unstable.
controversial at the
Better
same
stay
time?
clear of the red ray. Here. Red means danger.
It's true. I don't know if I should praise you or chastise you for saying such a thing. But I don't want it to stop, obviously, and so I'm gonna say my canned response. Because apparently having my brain broken is also part of my brand. Finger guns, hell yeah. Here comes the big boy for Scratchbox. Come over here.
Timber. Bet a
Come over
big
here.
bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it to kaboom. You're in. Almost there. That looks splody. The out.
All right, worst part of the game
He
is
says
almost
you
done.
made
I
them
hate the
weaker,
tribe war.
But they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. Thinks you did it. They all hope.
All right, this time I am not going to accidentally fight their Sifu.
Wonder where we can get some ride shoes for the mount.
We should have made a left out of here. This is another thing that I always fumble a little bit. Optimum Boom Boom Blast, thank you. I've worked hard to optimize my Boom Boom Blast. And if you're wondering why, it's because I boom boom want you in my room. We'll spend the night together in my room. Whoa, whoa. You were gonna get that boom boom? No. But I did
That's
make
the
boom
myriad
boom
fault.
if you know. You're the type of person that wants to help me get changed. JK, that was a terrible joke. I take that one back. I'm not gonna own that one.
They've been waiting for you. Better. The plan is to. It's better.
All right, we gotta get the sling lobber fling, chat.
Let's see.
We gotta get the sling lobber fling. If we don't, we will not be able to do something.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. More light means fewer places to hide.
Be busy? Busy enough that I can do this. Busy enough that I can do this, please. Be busy enough that I can do this. Nice.
It's time to set the... You need to... That's a fire starter. The dry grass looks like it would ignite easily. You just need to create a spark to light a fire. It burns brighter than the light.
Yeah, air juggling the enemies is really cool. It is not a skill that I'm particularly good at.
Baked. Clonkety clonk. There's a pyro sizzler right there. It's getting lighter out. Nice crackle. Just get to work on it. Make it frizzle. The wire claw, look, but you just need to aim straight, shoot and pull, and the gate will come down. The myriad tribe. He was hoping it wouldn't end this way. There's no reason to. He sees strength in you like no one else. He recognizes anybody.
All right, we don't have to fight him.
He'll leave it up.
We don't have to fight him. Let's go.
He's gotten used the way he sees it. It's clear. The tribes. So, do you want to end? He agreed.
Can't be skipped. Let's go. Did it. We united all of the tribes, even the evil ones, under our heavy thumb. We did it. You see this game on sale at Walmart for $15 all the time. Is it good? This is the game of all time, Rescats. It is not good, but it is memorable. It is memorable, and it will rot your brain. $15 is not a bad price for it, but that feels like you're still paying too much. Why is it using Fortnite text? That's a great question for the developer of the game. I don't have the answer to that, but it does have Fortnite UI. That's something I celebrate about this game. Also, look at that massive time save on the Tribe War. It is playable.
Out of date, the last he thought.
This game is
out of date. You're the future only.
It has a lot of really cool
He
parts
says
that do not make
Out of date,
anything
he
cooler out of them being assembled. If that makes sense, right? There's some really cool parts to this game, but the sum of them is not greater than each of them on their own. Is that a Kroger brand Robotnik? Yes. And we're about to ride his airship into space. I think that's the closest one I have. Yeah, $15 seems like a fair... If you plan to... Like, if you are the type of person that quantifies whether a game is worth it by how long you play it per, like, hours per dollar spent, this is a good game. It gives you a lot of content to explore. It will take you more than 15 hours to finish this game.
You need to show your mount.
It will also melt your brain while that happens. Melt it how? Do you see... Okay, do you see the quest objective? The Tinker Tonker, his name is Wiz. Everything has a goofy name like that. The narrator talks way too fucking much, and it's gibberish. The story doesn't really make any sense. The combat is really rough on a first playthrough, but on like New Game Plus, it's really fun. There is nonsensical quests that just don't really make any sense. And there are others that you're like, why is this a side quest?
The Surge Surf Factory. Keep your eye out for Wiz while you're here. Let's see.
It's also the juxtaposition of all the things, of like the combat of Dark Souls with the UI of Fortnite, with the general story thrust of Death Stranding, with furry protagonist and nonsensical storyline. Plus there's this weird morality system that impacts how you can level up. This is the game of all time.
It's definitely.
Did I just piss on that flagpole? Yeah, that's how you unlock fast travel. I did. I absolutely just pissed on it. Piss-based flash travel. Yes. Yes. Yes, Rescats. Look at my mount. He's got a big chin. If you enjoy shit that's just really weird, this is a good game for you. This game is really weird. And if you can push past the fact that it is the way it is, you'll probably have fun. But the reality is, it is the way it is, and there's nothing you can do to change that. You simply have to accept it the way it is.
Days are scarce. Don't waste them.
I still maintain that this is a fun speedrun.
An old home could be something to it.
You see why it's on sale at Walmart now, yes. Which I guess is a good PSA. If there's anyone in here that wants a cheap copy of BioMutant, you can get it for $15 at Walmart, apparently. The more we know. You appreciate me? I appreciate you, Rescats. It's good to see you around. Yeah, or I guess you could go to my wishlist and buy me a better game. That's true. You can also just give me money for the PlayStation Network and I will buy a better game with that. If you give me money with no purpose, though, I cannot promise that I won't spend it on bills, because I do need bill money. I think that's the first time I first tried this particular one. This one always zaps me, so I'm kind of stoked on that right now. Also, this is a big robot hand.
Without unsettling it.
This is a big robot hand. Got auto-modded? What happened? Did you use one of the forbidden words, or did something else happen?
This story is about a hero.
You said the F word. Fuck! Farts. Sometimes it's a combination of words. Most normal swears don't get flagged here. But there are some, like, pretty common mental health words that do get flagged because community requests.
He says he knows he's stressed. Where's her?
Tired as fuck? No, that one went through. Okay, can we get to a faster point to get over here? And that answer is yes. Yeah, I know I still got work to do on, like, saying certain words, but I've noticed that the community really appreciates the fact that you can't type certain ableist words in chat anymore. And I vibe on keeping people safe and feeling good, you know? Am I fucking trapped in this? You know what? Goodbye, Majut. I have... Oh god. Oh god, that man is scary. That man is scary. I don't like that man. Majut, please. Please respawn. I would like to leave. Majut! I'm just running. The big man was scary. Okay, cool. We're running the right way.
You're still aboard your mount, which is probably a good sign.
Listen, so like there's like a tension that I'm trying to ride here without overstepping too far in either direction, right? Like ableist language is something I want to cut back on, but I don't want to enforce arbitrary classism and arbitrary like policing of tone and feeling. And so when it comes to cursing, I do not give a fuck. That's expressive language for the most part. But like, I draw the line on slurs, and I draw the line on certain expressions. There's a point where like impact and intentions don't always cancel each other out, and so while I want to protect people, I also want to honor the fact that they're not trying to be shitty most of the time. So, and we gotta let people have room to learn. We don't always start knowing the things that we need to know about how to not make people uncomfortable, you know? Sometimes all you gotta do is clue people in. Be like, hey, you remember how you asked that question and the room got really fucking quiet? That made people uncomfortable. Maybe if we adjusted these ways.
Come toward.
Slow down.
When you see. Was it?
Yeah, and that's another part too of like, once you start taking responsibility of events and platforms, what else are you comfortable doing, right? How does your responsibility increase or change when the scope changes? And of course you're not going to be able to, like, keep everyone 100% safe and comfortable, right? That is a tall ask, and it might be impossible in certain contexts. But we're small enough that for now I feel good about what we're doing. Yeah, read the room, know your audience, know what they care about, and really do your best. That's kind of it. It ain't hard, it's just tedious. And I ate shit, and that's okay. I just want Aaliyah to know that I have dusted myself off and tried again many times, and I want to thank her for that mantra. I hope she remembers that.
This might be the end of everything as we know it. The Wingnut Chug Tunnel. It goes on forever.
You're one of those people who's willing to try their best to be accommodating, but you also just gotta be clued in sometimes. Yeah. A lot of the times people will say some fucked up shit and they don't even realize it's fucked up because that's just how they've always been talked to. And a lot of the times it just has to deal with the fact that people are often not talked to in language that is inclusive and kind. And so it reflects what they're used to. Who's Aaliyah? Res Cats, are you a baby? Or are you memeing right now? I must know.
Choo Choo said he keep it's on Choo Choo. It's of he's convinced says there's
Run, dog, run! It's not. You only. That doesn't. No.
You guessed your baby? Well, Aaliyah was a pop and R&B singer from the 90s and early 2000s. Rest in peace. And one of her biggest songs was that song where it's like, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try it again.
So.
Maybe you've heard that song.
If you. But you know.
Guess it's supposed to be a kid's game, but they're talking about getting into my chug yard? Listen.
Asks you, Choo Choo says you.
Listen. I've showed a couple people my chug yard. She did that, you know, Timbaland's also on it, and he's like, it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two, step two, step two.
Whis says that he knows. He says there's a rule you should keep.
Song. That was like the anthem of my middle school. Just turned 29? Oh, you're not baby. Everything in the game sounds like a euphemism. Yes. Yes.
Let's hope the beast keeps listening to you.
Would the beastie like to go to Funaki Leaves and get the gum stopper from the Snorflop link? You know, there's very little middle ground, but that string of words could either be the newest Eurobeat song or just a very fucking raunchy sex act, and there's no in between. Hell, it might even be both of those things. You smell burnt toast? Oh no, please go see a doctor.
Time to upgrade your clothes. This is high fluting, and there's an upgrade bench floating up there.
All right, who wants to go to the bang plant? Put a 1 in chat.
That's a bang plant where Toxanol used to make all sorts of splody
Well, bang
things
plant,
before
okay.
it blew up in their faces.
One of your favorite mangas got an adaptation and dropped today? Nice.
Demolished.
Things blow up in the bang plant? Yeah. Get pyro sticks at the bang plant. Delicious in Dungeon. I haven't heard of that one. What's it about?
That looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off.
All right, we've got pyro sticks. We've got everything we need, I think. Oh no, we still need the fish. He's gonna send us out for fish.
The pyro sticks. He hopes Wiz has seems the this
We need
means
guppos.
Guppos.
Yeah, an unbanged pyro stick. That's me in high school. That's me in high school. I'm the unbanged pyro stick. Oh, interesting. If I don't warp to Gil during the weird, like, Tribor section where I can warp to him, I have to manually go there. Yeah, the narrator does sound like the guy from Stanley Parable. I agree. And it weirded me out the first couple times I played this. And to be honest, it still kind of does, but now it mostly just melts my brain. Especially when he says some shit like, you need a gum quack from the Humdinger factory or some shit. And I'm like, and my brain is trying. It's trying to process what that man means. But there's no understanding. There's no clear line of thought to follow, and you just gotta accept it.
Foundry where toxanol processed go juice.
See, we got the go-go juice.
This is a radioactive zone. It's not healthy to go too far in without protection. This is Burble Bottom. Happy to finally figures it. It must have. It's either way. Thinks life. It seems can't likes how you. That's why. But none. He never even the. He figures that figures you his friend. But here, if you head in the figures, he's.
Burble Bottom, yeah. Yeah. All the locations have really fun and funky names. Now here's the question I have about this game. Did the devs intend to hire the guy from Stanley Parable, and when they couldn't get him, they hired somebody that sounded like him? Or did they hire someone that they thought did a good performance and it happened to sound like Stanley Parable guy? That is the question I want to know the answer to that. Was it intentional? Or did it just happen? Was it another one of those things that, like, the team was working in their own way and nobody talked to each other, and now we have this and we don't really know what to do with it, but we have it?
This is Guppy Grotto.
You're right, number 2 is the most likely. Alright, wheels. I need to focus. 1. There was a way to do that faster. I was 1 move short. Okay. So... Nailed it. The things about the puzzles, especially in the end game, are RNG. And so sometimes they are simply not solvable. You just can't solve them because it doesn't give you enough turns to do the puzzle. I also hate catching guppos because they're a pain in the ass.
Keep on tracking down here and things will look up eventually.
Come on. I hope you liked that very important and meaningful fishing minigame. Because those guppies are ammunition that we're gonna load into a gun, very literally, to fight the next boss. Gonna shove a guppo up your ass? Yeah, it's the American way. What's wrong? Oh god, this one needs to be flipped. I'm not gonna make it. Okay, so... Oops. Yeah. One, two, three. Perfect. Some more heals.
Peace in a place like this won't last. It no.
Time for Merc Puff. Time for Merc Puff.
That seemed he's surprised.
Time for Merc Puff. This is my favorite of the fights.
It's just another proof being this
Jumbo
means
Puff
the
feels really good to
Northwest
fight.
unlocks the-
This one also feels really good to fight. Here we go! Time to become funky. It's just a Tortuga. Eres una tortuga.
Welcome.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for following.
I'm glad you're enjoying BioMute. Welcome in. Alright, last phase of this fight. Where he goes full Gogeta. And that is the Merc Puff. Alright, now we gotta go kill Lupa Lupin. 6 rounds of combat. Stretch my hand while I can.
That what you have your just it's time. It's time to return. He's learned old. Just imagine you fought with questions.
So, what we... What? If you...
But you know...
Almost can't. Wisdom says you're... out of date. The day of, if you have, then he says he's will be a...
Alright, it's time to accept my destiny and end the world. I hope you're ready for the end of the world, gamers. There's gonna be nothing quite as powerful as the ending of Smeagol game, but I hope that this fills part of the hole in your heart where that game was.
Don't let the day
Smeagol
pass
game
you
may be
by.
gone, but Biomutant is forever. Chat, you have to accept your destiny. Biomutant is here. It's staying. There's nothing you can do. I'm driving the car.
The Sifu is the he hopes there's no, but he knows.
Alright.
You have a chance to stand back and let the tribe handle it.
Alright, phase 1.
Is ready to step into the fray.
5 more.
Odds about to change in your favor.
Alright, that's phase 2. Here
If a
comes
friend
phase 3.
dies, something inside you dies. You can save the Sifu by making yourself a target. You're up.
Alright, that's phase 3.
Here's a vulgar display of power.
Alright, phase 5.
The more he does, the stronger he becomes.
push me. All right, final round.
It's time you remember who the real enemy is and stop playing the game his way.
Ooh, he got me. He got me. Stop throwing me. All right. That is Loop-a-Loopin'.
You can...
It's convincing.
The weak can't forgive. It's no better time than now to accept a helping hand.
All right, chat. Here we come. We're on our way to a hot new PB. This can't be skipped.
You wonder what turn life might have taken if you'd done things different? A left when you went right? A yes when you said no? You've walked the thin line between survival and disaster and haven't lost your balance yet. It's because of you the Tree of Life and the world has been given a second chance. You carried the light in a world full of dark and made a difference in a place that needed change. You allied with the Ankati tribe and brought the solidarity needed to keep the world in balance. However, light and dark does simply represent the polarities of life. One can't exist without the other. This isn't the end. Just being surrounded
We saved
by
the
nature
world
as
by
it heals
allying with
itself
good
will
guys.
rejuvenate us. Nature
Wow,
will
we
teach us how to
did
survive.
it.
So, trust your conscience to show you
All
the
right.
way, and everything
Time
else
is
will
at our
follow.
last meaningful input, which is gonna be when we skip the cutscene at the Ark.
As
And that
foretold,
is
you
time.
were destined to split the chains of this world.
We did
But you're not
it!
alone. You filled the Ark, and those that shared your perspective and gained your trust will accompany you on your journey.
Remember when this run was like 4 hours long?
Is there a world out there that's better suited for those imbalanced in their light nature than this one?
Also,
Whether or
hi
not,
MBZ.
we'll
Good to
leave
see
your
you.
story on record.
Nice to see
So
you're not
those
too
who come
sleepy to
after
miss
will
this.
know you followed your light nature and saved the world. So, when all is said and done, it turned out to be an unusual ending after all. What could be better than ending the story the right way? Ending it your way. A beginning of something new.
You've been lurking the whole time? Nice. We did it! So there's a couple small points of time save we can get now. Not dying on the way to not dying on the way to Hoof Puff. Getting the quick kill on Lupa Lupin first round and third round. Taking fewer hits in round 6 against Lupa Lupin. And also, when I got lost a little bit. So I think there is some clear points where we can improve this.